welcome back to another one of my videos. And today we're trying to get Indiana Pacers Paul George a ring. This is the 2017 Paul George, the one that's about to be on the cover of nba2k25. Yeah, we're trying to give him a ring. This is round 1, game 1 of the NBA playoffs. Oh, what's their alt uniform? Yes, sir.
Round 1, Eastern Conference, the NBA playoffs. The Indiana Pacers are looking to prove their bid has substance, that they are not simply chasing an illusion. Will they bring enough to steal a Game 1 road win tonight against the Toronto Raptors? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. This is Kevin Harlan courtside.
Let's go, Paul George.
And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. George against Carroll.
Let's go.
That's good for George on the assist by T.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Pass to Valanciunas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Gets it in close and doesn't waste that high percentage shot.
George with the ball. There's the drive.
Damn, Siakam?
Sent back by Siakam.
Okay. Hold on, let me lock in, bro.
Now George. 6 to shoot. Shooting foul.
Send me to the line.
He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Siakam.
George taking advantage of that close, tight defense, drawing the foul while taking his shot.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Siakam outside. Pass to Carroll. There's the 3.
He ain't a shooter like that. Never mind.
Good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
It's George on the wing. Carroll covering. And Young kicks the tee. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Carroll against George. And
let's go, Paul George. Let's
George
go.
has got 6 points.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Pass to Valanciunas. And here is Joseph. Here's Carroll, defended by George. Carroll against George. Carroll passes to Valanciunas.
Yo, Miles Turner, stop getting bullied in their game.
It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Turner. Here's George.
Got here, DeRozan.
And drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Valanciunas with a screen on Stuckey. It's DeRozan with the drive. Left side, Joseph. The D bit on that pass fake, and that freed him up.
Yeah, you've got to be careful in how you guard Joseph. Game plan discipline he's sent to, especially when he's involved in the screen and roll.
Out to Turner. Pass to George. Going inside. Back to Turner. That ball.
Let's go.
Speed that time from George.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
I don't think we have White Stevenson yet.
Ross is checked in for Damari Carroll. Ellis is checked in for Indiana. Brooks comes in for Teague. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Siakam passes to DeRozan. And Joseph kicks to Siakam. Pass to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. 2 points. That one goes.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
Brooks, the pass to George. To the hoop. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And here is Joseph. Pass to DeRozan.
He was open too. That's the craziest part.
And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
What? What animation is that? That is one of the most stupidest 2K animations I have ever
It's
seen.
not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim.
Give me that ball, bro.
Needs to be in arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Turner with the screen. George passes to Turner. Can't get it to
No, he missing two.
He just flat out tricked that one. Missed it. There's no one to blame but himself.
1:25 left here in the first quarter. Right side, Joseph. Pass to Ross. Three-pointer.
Please be off.
The offensive rebound. Siakam.
Yeah, but he can make that. Okay, 2K.
Banging inside Siakam. Second chance points. I love it.
So
Okay,
timeout
2K.
called here, the first for Indiana. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Jang, he's checked. Here's Powell. He has yet to score. Pass to DeRozan. Sullinger is screen on Ellis. DeRozan dishes to Sullinger. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Sullinger's got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Here's George. 2 free throws.
No, don't get injured, please. Oh, thank God.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
And Toronto making a change here. Lights checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Siakam outside and taken away by Ellis. Fast break. Here comes Indiana.
Hey!
It's tipped.
No!
And stolen by
No!
Siakam. On the wing, DeRozan.
Please block
He's guarded
him.
by Ellis.
Call Miles Turner.
The kick out to right, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Some changes for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sullinger, and it's Joseph in for Wright. The Pacers also changing it up. Stuckey comes in for the third, and it's Teague for Brooks.
Yeah, this guy certainly knows how to take over a game. I wonder who made George mad tonight. They're paying for it now.
Joseph looking around. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas.
Valanciunas.
Clock at 6.
It's pretty clear that DeMar DeRozan is an outstanding athlete. He can outrun you, he might outwork you, and he's able to be everywhere on the floor, and he does it with unique grace and finesse.
Great atmosphere in this building tonight. The fans were primed for this game.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Ross. In Indiana with the change here too, Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Ellis. Turner with a screen on Carroll. George. And
Bro, that should have been a dunk.
And they haven't
What
been
the
able to turn
hell?
it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And Carroll gets it to go.
Like how assertive Carroll is near the basket, capitalizing inside.
Outside, George. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of the game. Oh, and he jams it right over Pascal Siakam. Wow!
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Pass to Valanciunas. Left side, Joseph launches a three. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trail by 3. Here's George. That ball.
That's all in there.
Nice speed that time from Turner. 16 points for George.
Boy, how about the deceptive strength of George fending off the defense exceedingly well there and taking the ball strong to the rack.
Here's Valanciunas. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Indiana
Let's
takes
go,
possession.
nigga. Yeah, Valanciunas.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Now, here is George. He's got 16, and it's George finishing it off.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
Joseph, the pass to Carroll. Siakam looking around. Here's Valanciunas. And the Raptors miss again. For Indiana, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
Here's DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Stuckey to stop the run. No good on the last second attempt.
Not here, buddy.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Indiana. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the Indiana Pacers.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense. I like.
Taking a look at how the series is going for the Raptors. Guys, how important... And that concludes...
And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
Valanciunas with a screen on Stuckey. DeRozan tries again. Can't capitalize inside. Pacers leading by 3. And that one's good. George.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
Joseph against T. Now here's Joseph. Defense is right there. Shot clock at 6. Stuckey against DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break.
Hey!
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Valanciunas with a screen on Stuckey. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
DeRozan sizing up the situation and making the right read. That's basketball savvy. We call that hoops sense.
And takes at the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. 4-point game. On the wing, George. He's got 24.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick and roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
And the Raptors small time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Is that a rookie Miles Turner on our team? Who you see? No, that ain't a rookie Miles Turner. Okay.
Outside, Joseph. Pass to DeRozan. To the inside. Takes it out to Siakam. Shot clock at 5. Now, here's DeRozan. Over Stuckey. And it's DeRozan missing.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
George doing a nice job driving with physicality. They're seeking out that contact.
Raptors trail by 8. Joseph with the ball. Pass to Valanciunas. And here's Carroll. Siakam passes to Carroll. Valanciunas inside. Defended by George. And there's Valanciunas on the assist from Joseph. And George kicks to Stuckey. The tray. And Paul George gets the 3. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Teague against Joseph. Pass to Siakam. Toronto working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. A rebound by Young. Pacers leading by 9. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Powell in for Joseph. Brooks checked in for Indiana. Powell with the bounce pass. Ross kicks to Powell. Pass to Siakam. Now Ross over Teague. No good from Ross. On the wing, George. Spins. Scores off the spin. George has got 15 points here in the second half.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Siakam outside. Young with the steal. George against Powell. George dishes to Brooks. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Toronto. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
Just so good finishing around the goal. DeMar is tremendous in the paint.
Here's George. Ellis outside. Back to George. Robinson sets a screen for George. And George with the stuff.
I mean, what a cut. He just slices right in there for the basket.
Raptors trail by 15. Down low, here's Chang. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Outside DeRozan. Pass to Chang. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 4 assists in the game. The Pacers call timeout. Toronto will go for a different look here. Valanciunas is checked in for Jared Sullinger. Pascal Siakam comes in for Gorgui Dieng. Damari Carroll's checked in for Ross. And it's Joseph in for Powell. The Pacers also changing it up. Turner's checked in for Parker. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. And it's Teague in for Aaron Brooks.
That's the only thing you can do.
Now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He's obviously pretty happy.
Hey!
And how about the night he's had? That score now ties him for the single-game playoff high for this team.
He has been nothing short of amazing tonight, right? A legendary playoff performance from him. Valanciunas with a screen on Stuckey to the middle. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And how about the awareness from Valanciunas? He read the pick and roll coverage there. Beautiful.
Here's George. And yep, another basket.
And he's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring. And finished off by Siakam.
Siakam has that sinewy build, great length and strength.
Pacers leading by 13. Lob pass to George, and George with the stop.
Let's go.
He is giving them all he can offensively, really playing with a lot of heart out there.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Raptors. And they double up DeRozan. Pass to Siakam. Inside. And finished off by Siakam.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Pacers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. And George, here we go. And he can't
Oh
jam it
my
through.
God.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Offensive rebound, Siakam, and it's sent back by Turner. He takes it in, and it's Paul George with the finish.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Pacers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely.
Hey,
and I think their
hey.
focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game 2 with the same intensity and honestly maybe even more. You know they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Paul George.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
And here are the Pacers now. 34 seconds left in the game. Turner inside. Valanciunas is there. Robinson finds George. Clock at 6. Fires top of the key. Joseph with the rebound.
Yep, that's
Pass to
game
Siakam.
1.
And Finished off by Siakam.
Corey Joseph is reliable when it comes to sharing the basketball, and he knows it's his job to involve his teammates.
And here's George for three. No good. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win.
All right.
Pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know
I'm recording game 1 and game 2.
Well, that'll do it for now.
NBA
And you can join us
playoffs.
during this first round.
Round 1. So that's how y'all gonna get them. Alright, this is game 1 and 2. So you already know what the deal is. Game 2. It's crazy that we're not at home and we're beating ours.
The first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Indiana Pacers come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Toronto Raptors. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Round 1 of the East rolls.
Ooh, what animation was that, chat? What was that? Oh no, it's Paul. Oh, it's just Saint.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Pass to Valanciunas. Outside DeRozan.
You can't let DeRozan heat up.
6 to shoot. Fades. The Pacers pull it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown.
Hey,
You can
boy.
afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Valanciunas inside. He's against Turner. Good work defensively by Turner. And it's Paul George.
George, this guy.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great
Let's
an
go
athlete George
PG-13.
is. I mean, sometimes
Indiana
you're surprised that the
PG-13.
basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Valanciunas with a screen on Stuckey.
How about new?
And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first
Who?
foul of the game.
No, I know who that is. This is the way they said his name, bruh. We don't have Roy Hibbert yet either? Oh, we don't.
Here's DeRozan. The 15-footer. Good.
DeRozan loves the mid-range. That's his spot, and with good reason.
And George kicks to Stuckey. Turner with a screen on Carroll. Pulls up.
Damn.
Rebounded by Valanciunas. Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. To the inside. Here's Joseph over T. Shot by Joseph. No good.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Come on now,
It's all
son.
about hustle in transition, especially when you're trying to stay ahead on the break.
George has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. DeRozan against Stuckey. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas.
DeRozan sizing up the situation and making the right read. That's basketball savvy. We call that hoops sense.
It's Young on the wing. Joseph against T.
Oh, I could have went for a lob right
On the wing,
there,
Stuckey. And here's George. 6 points for him. And it's George finishing it off.
George can be so deadly on the drive. He's got great quickness. He sees an opening and takes it right away.
Bounce pass Joseph. Pass to Carroll. Here's DeRozan. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Good job offensively, creating a nice look inside.
Here's George. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
It's Carroll on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's the three. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
And George kicks the tee. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Out to the right wing. Back to George. Oh. By Joseph. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Indiana leading. Here's George.
What the?
And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
They gave me that weird animation.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. The Raptors making a switch here. Ross is checked in. And Indiana with a change here, too. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. Valanciunas passes to Joseph. Here's DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man. Solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
Here's George. 10 points for him. There's a screen by Robinson. And George, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 12 points in the game.
Because of his incredible scoring ability, many consider George to still be a star.
Siakam kicks to DeRozan. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect the shot.
Ross grabs the board. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Raptors. 6-point game.
Terrence
and
Ross.
Foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And look at Siakam getting physical, earning that trip.
Haven't heard of that name in a while.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets.
Bro, this thing is a blazer, bro.
And they're able to recover. George finds Stuckey. Pocket 6. And it's
Sit down.
George with the finish.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Raptors trail by 6. Outside, Joseph. Pass to Ross from past the arc. Connects from three-point range. Ross has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Raptors. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
Damari Carroll's checked in for the Raptors. And Indiana with the change here, too. Young's checked in. Toronto, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. It's George on the wing, guarded by Valanciunas.
Come on now.
And George gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's DeRozan, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Boy, this is a shot DeRozan can make, and I like the fact that he knows his strengths on offense and plays to his strengths.
Here's Stuckey, and he makes good on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 6.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George throwing it down.
Toronto's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Siakam passes to DeRozan. Young against Carroll. Back to DeRozan. Tries a 3. It's rebounded by T. Indiana leading by 8. Now 8 seconds separating the two clubs.
Jeff Teague doing exactly what a point guard should do, setting up his guys nicely.
Raptors have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Pass to Valanciunas. To the middle. He's looking for Carroll and finds him.
He can't have no weak dunk, bro.
To the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's George. And no good on the second attempt this time. And so it's the Indiana Pacers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome in, everybody. Game 2, and it's looking pretty good right now for the Indiana Pacers.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of artists, man. You know why? They live for the paint. Oh, that joke was...
No, so
Taking
corny,
a look at
bro.
how the series is going for the Raptors. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in game 2. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at it a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down. You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And Joseph kicks to Siakam. Pass to Joseph. Over T. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. On the wing, George. Covered by Siakam. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Well, you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
And George drops them both.
Cashing in on these trips is a crucial part of any game plan. Free throws can add up fast.
Now Joseph. No scoring in this one. Pass to Carroll. On the wing, DeRozan. Back to Carroll. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Stucker. Pacers leading by 10. And then George with the jam.
You love to see it, a stylish jam that really has the defense scratching its head.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Indiana shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smooth.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Valanciunas with the ball. 5 points in the game. Valanciunas with a screen on George. Looking to end his point spell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, because Carroll is such an aggressive and high-energy offensive player, that's why he gets these calls.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Carroll. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And you know, with some players, it's more than just the numbers. He provides things for this team that don't always show up in a stat sheet.
Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep it
Damn, man.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Carroll against Stuckey. Valanciunas sets a screen for Carroll. It's stolen by T. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Carroll passes to Valanciunas. Shoots over Turner, and that one goes long.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who... Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
Now here's DeRozan. 8 points for him. No good from Valanciunas. Here's George. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And stolen by Stuckey. And oh, here we go with George. Oh, he's
Hey!
flyer!
Oh, look at that elevation and throw down. Oh!
Whoa, 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 the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
Joseph, the pass to DeRozan. Will it go?
Hell no.
Yes, it's good. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
T dishes to George.
God is
T
that?
kicks to George. Turner with a screen on Carroll. Carroll with the rebound.
Oh, I'm out of
You'd
stamina.
love to see him pull that off.
Oh, no.
But instead, he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Back to Siakam. The Pacers pull it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Back to Stuckey.
Hey, yo, right here.
Joseph against George.
I don't
It's
do that
stolen by
fast.
DeRozan. Here's Joseph. Here's Siakam. And
That's not calling me, right?
on the shot that sends him to the line.
This young fellow, Siakam, boy, he's aggressive. He's solid at just understanding how to draw the foul.
And some changes here for the Raptors. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Pressing the attack, that's how you get things done.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Pass to Chang, and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Come on, boy. Come on, man.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Sullinger with the rebound. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The Pacers pull it in. Niang's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Boy, how about the deceptive strength of George fending off the defense exceedingly well there and taking the ball strong to the rack.
Here's Jang. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
And here's George. And George with the stuff.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean,
oh, my stamina, man.
Throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Brooks the pass to George. He's looking for
Bro.
Sullinger and finds him. DeRozan in the corner.
They gotta move around, bro. They can't just be standing there.
Jang with a screen on Ellis. DeRozan bounce pass, and that one is good. Jang's got 4 points in the quarter.
A big guy with an emerging skill set. Jang ruling the paint there. Nice play.
Here's George, and good. There's another.
And talk about coming up huge. What a performance.
He's nearing the franchise record for most points in a playoff game. This guy is clutch. Outside DeRozan. Raptors moving the ball around. Ross kicks to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. The rebound by Niang. Niang's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So
what pass was that?
Down low. And finished off by Jang.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in game 2 for the Pacers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this is a team right now that is really playing with swagger.
Yeah, and anytime you can go up 2-0, you are in the driver's seat. They are riding pretty high going into game 3.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Here's George.
Bro, that should have been a dunk meter, bro.
44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the inside. Here's Sullinger. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Outside, George. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Lucky
There's
as hell.
25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
What am I having, boys?
DeRozan against Ellis. Jang with a clean look.
What am I
Releases
having,
from
bro?
the wing and drills it.
Good rhythm in the catch-and-shoot game. Defensively, you prefer to force Jang into at least one dribble. Not quite as effective if he has to put it on the ground.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Hey, bro, game over, bro.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the...
You see the box score. 47 points. Let's go PG-13 before he goes to PG-24. I recorded game 1 and game 2, round 1 of the NBA playoffs. I'm trying to get Paul George a ring. Like, comment, and subscribe. Cat Leo, Patient Ball if you're new. And see you guys in the next video.